So what I'm sitting next to right here is the Brondell air purifier. And this is probably one of the most technologically advanced air purifiers that I've ever tested. So it's quite a powerful air purifier. It's good for a medium to large size room, quite a powerful fan in there. But where it really shines is that it has a lot of advanced technologies that you don't find in other purifiers. And that's a 5-layer purification strategy. So it has a pre-filter that's going to remove things like dust, just big particles. Then it has a HEPA filter, there's carbon filters in there, and it has this unique UV filter to eliminate viruses and that kind of thing. And they've done testing to show that. And then also this plasma generator. We'll get to that in a minute. So there's a bunch of different strategies that this thing is using to really extensively clean your air. The biggest thing I think is that HEPA filter. So that's going to remove a lot of small particulates from things like smoke, pet dander, any kind of stuff you'd find around the house, the particles that can carry bacteria and viruses in the air, so that's definitely great. And you can see, if I pop the front off, some of the filtration we've got here with our pre-filter, and then our more extensive HEPA, and then a carbon filter. And those little spheres in there are those carbon pieces that are actually going to absorb those odors and other things from the air. So quite an advanced layer of different filters here in this Brondell purifier. Now this is a smart purifier, so as it's running, you can see we've got a green light on the front here, and it's going to give us the current PM 2.5, which is the concentration of small particulates in the air. And you can see it's constantly monitoring that. It's nice to have the readouts. You can see what the air is looking like. And if it degrades, if smoke gets into the house, you burn something when you're cooking, or there's a lot of dust that gets kicked up, you'll see this number go up. This will turn red, and the purifier will actually increase its speed and pull more air through there and automatically try to clean the air and get it to a better level of these PM 2.5. So it's nice to have that ability to do the smart sensing. In my experience, it works well for a bit. I found that sometimes there can get to be kind of gunk or something on the sensor, and it's not as accurate. And in that case, there is a procedure to clean that sensor out. So especially if you have like a lot of smoke in the house or anything, then you might want to do this cleaning procedure periodically. Now, Brondell did send this to me to try out, so thank you for that. Let's go ahead and also show you can manually change the speed too, if you want to. And you can boost it up to something quite powerful there, multiple different levels, or a very quiet setting for use at night. We have a timer, we have a night mode that's going to disable the LEDs on the front there so they don't annoy you there in the room with the light. And then we get to the most advanced kind of capabilities that I think really set this purifier apart from the other ones that I've tested. And one of those is the UV. So we can switch on this UV light in there, and it's inside of the machine, so it's not going to shine out or anything, but that's going to actually help to remove any kind of viruses and things, or at least inactivate them if they're in the air. So it's another layer of purification. They've done laboratory testing to show that it is effective at doing that. So that's cool to have the UV light, just another way to purify the air. And then this is the most unique one, the plasma generator. So that's actually a very proprietary, unique thing for Brondell, and it basically is able to clean the air in an even more intensive way, similar to what you would get with an ion generator, except it does not generate any ozone. So again, a nice way to clean, but I don't like to have purifiers that generate ozone in the air, and this one avoids doing that by using plasma instead of using a traditional ion generator. So basic stats on the Brondell purifier. In terms of room size, it can do, again, a large size room up to about 1,600 square feet. So that requires quite a good amount of power, and you're going to get that in this purifier. That's one air change per hour in that space of around 1,600 square feet. If you have a smaller room, you're going to get more air changes per hour. So it works great in a smaller office or bedroom, but you can also use it in larger rooms in your house, or if you have a small business, you could use it in a waiting room, or you could use it in a larger space there too. I think my only gripe, aside from the sensor sometimes getting dirty, I've noticed a vibration sometimes at higher speeds. Can't quite hear it today, but sometimes I think the front maybe gets a little bit out of whack, and I'll hear a little bit of vibration there as we bump up the fan speed. And I find the best thing to do is just remove the front and put it back on, make sure that it's seated properly on there, and then as you can hear, we don't get that that vibration anymore. And I'll just let you listen for a second. It's very quiet at the lowest setting. Just a very basic hum there in terms of a loud. If you bump it up to the full fan speed, you're going to get a much louder sound, but you're also going to get much more air movement there too. Final thing here, there is a child lock function, which is great because this very interesting looking control panel is super compelling for tiny hands to touch and press these buttons. So great to have that child lock on there. Overall, super powerful air purifier, great for big spaces, and again, the most technologically advanced purifier that I can remember reviewing. I think it does a great job.